the thing.
Steve Jobs.
I said the same. I was like, is it cold?
It's France.
Right.
Photo next are de rigueur.
Are you not?
And
It's hot here.
It's about the same over
That
here,
is.
but it's a normal day for us. And it's going to get colder here in the room. I know.
We are live.
Yeah.
Darling, come out.
We are live, just so you
We're
know.
all over here sweating.
It's only 20 degrees. It's a little chilly.
Oh, yeah. Sack off. Okay. Right.
Yeah, and we're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch and we're live on YouTube.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay.
Are you live on? It says live, but I can't see.
You have.
I have
If you
to-
go onto the
Oh,
channel,
yeah.
it's the very top. Yeah. And I've got a YouTube chat and the Twitch chat, and they're side by side now, so I can actually see what people are saying. One time, one person commented on YouTube, and I didn't see it till 2 hours after. They were like fucking
You
rude.
want that again, now?
What?
The way he said that. The way he said hours there.
Hours, 2 hours.
Very
Yeah.
American.
2 hours.
2 hours in it. So wow, it's a hot one a day. Right. Okay. Jenny, hit us with that recap. Let's go straight in.
Right. We return to the grove and Cormac takes the orc. Cormac gives Gasp information on the temple of the witch. The temple lies in ruins. They state that they had nothing to do with the calamity that happened there. He informs us that we are being hunted by the orc leader who is furious that we killed his orcs. Casper knows the name of this orc. His name is Narlog the Snatcher. I ask him who this orc is. Casper informs us it is the orc who killed his daughter. He ruined Casper's life and now he is asking for Casper. Wagon asks if he ever did anything to offend this orc. Casper says he did not. He and his family are innocent. All the orcs deserve is death. Cormac says the orc claims Casper's daughter is alive. Gasp questions why Cormac parlayed with the orcs. They went to the leader of the orcs. They went to lead the orcs away and Narlog destroyed them. He suggests we follow Gasp and Narlog will find us. Wagon grabs Casper and says he should prepare for what he is going to see. Casper is not convinced that his daughter is alive. Wagon agrees, wary of what Casper is going to find. We also find out Wagon is a father himself. We find out Casper's name is Tizia? Tizia. Wagon says he must keep his head. Casper said this is the blood he is out for. Casper promises if he is taunted with his daughter, he will not throw our lives away. Cormac turns his attention to Penny and says he will disembowel the orc and summon the spirits needed, but first we must follow Casp. Casper asks can we be involved in the ritual as Penny is his friend. He asks Casper will he be able to sacrifice a sentient being. Casper says he will. He tells us we must rest. Penny and I talk about her meeting with Dahlia and the family of our companions. I am worried about Penny meeting Dahlia and tell her not to be intimidated by her. Casper says a prayer to Nador, cutting his hand and wiping blood on his face, saying this is what he is here for. The next morning we leave the grove as Casper leads the way. Cormac sends the blessings of Nador with us. We travel for about 3 days through the forest. It is a difficult journey as the lingering effects of the tree still remain here. We eventually reach the temple. Gasp is surprised to see a temple to his queen on the lands of the living. It is so young and yet so damaged, and also so unknown. It is so unusual. Gasp says that the druids and the queen had a good relationship. He does not know why this temple was here. I see the door is open and see if I can detect any magic from it. It reeks of necromancy. We discuss going in. We need to be careful. We don't want to get trapped inside. Penny questions, could this be like the place the Purple sent us? Gasp is certain his queen would not allow that to happen. Wagon is worried if Malkoya is gorgeous, he will not be able to hit her. Gasp says he is as shallow as a teardrop. We discuss tactics and head in. The sunlight is eaten by the darkness. Even Wagon cannot see. He tries to create a hat of light, but creates a hat of brain. Gasp lights a torch, and I wastefully double the flame with a spell, and Penny lights a torch also. Wagon suggests making a bomb, which Gasp is fiercely against. He suddenly realizes this is a tomb. Gasp kneels beside his fallen comrade. He feels his dying moments. His eyes roll into the back of his head. She kneels before the witch. She is dying as the witch laughs and the claws strike. Her name was Zanara. He feels her terror. He tells us what he saw. He moves to the second corpse. He looks like he is going insane. He sees the memory. He sees the temple entrance. He is the sentinel protecting the temple. His body is seared by unholy flames. His name was Zirath. His last thoughts are of the gate he failed to protect. This memory looked like it really hurt Gasp. If he says it was the end, he says it was the end of this place, these people. He moves to the third body, Zunara. The scholar chants his scrolls. He fails, and the witch laughs, and he is buried beneath his knowledge forever. He comes back to us. The witch looks like a Skaher. There is no doubt in Gasp's mind this witch is Malkoya. He told us that we were protecting a gate. He thinks this gate might be down the corridor. Gasp goes into a larger room. His vision is obscured. He is bound to our light. He feels like he has the eyes of a cow. However, Casper examines him, and he does not. We find another corridor. We start to head down. Gasp sets off a trap, one that could drive us insane. However, for some reason, it does not work. We enter a room with 5 dead bodies. Wagon begins to pop their legs off. Gasp stops him as he gazes at the pristine statue of his queen. Gasp and I know these bodies cannot be reanimated. Casper questions the black orb in the mosaic. It looks like the Skahir are protecting it. Gasp walks over to the bodies and reads them. Gasp screams in agony. She sees it all. The collapse and the future turns to black. The demon claws close on her, and the pain follows. Her name was Mortir. Casper questions why a demon was here. Gasp states his people would not summon a demon. They were afraid. We know she either summoned the demon and bound it or bargained with it. Gasp goes on to the next corpse. She dies before she even knows she has failed. It is tragic. Her name was Valcor. He moves to the next corpse after having a tasty treat from Casper. Casper examines his process. His eyes roll back. He panics. She tries to heal her comrades. She fails them. She holds their hands, her spirits crushed. The last thing she sees is the smile of the witch. Her name was Talisera, and she was a healer. Casper knows demons cannot damper magic, but I know that a witch can. He moves to the last body hanging from the rafters. Penny lifts him up to it. He picks the body up as it begins to disintegrate. The memory tries to invade Gasp. Gasp is the most calm as he has looked. He is intense. He hits the invader. He sees the demon. It is long and brown with tentacles. He draws his last arrow. He feels a chill. He turns and meets the witch. She utters a single word, and he unravels into nothing. Gasp plummets to the floor. Penny runs in and captures him. Myself and Casper trip over the rug we try and catch him with. Casper's leg popping off. Gasp figures out Malkoya is an elf, not a Skahir. I know that the demons have devoured these poor corpses' souls. I think Malkoya may have bargained with the demon. We examine the statue. Gasp knows this is concealing a classic ghost wall. Casper and Penny pray there is not a demon behind the ghost wall. Gasp says if Wagon sees the demon, he can blow it up. We go through. Gasp is greeted by the screams of the underworld. Penny and I go in next. I hear the sounds. I get such a fright. Casper and Wagon follow. Wagon is affected by the screams too. The room is terrifying. A flayed body lays in the center. The room was very sacred to the Queen. Gasp can feel it. There is a second body in the corner. I walk closer. The circle is a binding circle. The binding circle was drawn by a demon, not a mortal. Gasp heads towards the Skahir on the floor. The body of the rememberers here. They are in charge of the memories gifted to the queen. He sees, he holds the book. The witch is weak, he has hurt her. He is trying to protect it. The demon comes and crushes him, killing him. Gasp goes to get the book of memories. It is heavily defiled. He looks at the corpse flayed in the binding. There is a memory there. We try and stop him. His eyes shoot back. He convulses. Spirits destroy him. He hears screams. Blood spews from every orifice. He sees the gem radiating in darkness. He is something else, something trapped in darkness. We feel the darkness. We see the soul of the witch. The witch is here.
Excellent, Jenny.
That
Well
is.
done.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Classic
You-
Ghost Wall.
That was the
Classic.
that was the recap we needed, Jenny, because none of us knew what the
Hell
couldn't
yeah.
remember what the fuck happened.
Thank you very much.
I was reading that going, oh shit, I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that was the description of the fucking demon as well. Sounds like what I did in the toilet this morning. Long and
Oh.
brown,
Lovely.
covered in tentacles.
Okay, so just to quickly highlight the key points of that. Yous are gone here because Gasp is tracking Melcolia. The reason Gasp is tracking Melcolia is because you don't know where he got the information from, but someone gave Gasp information that the damage that's been done to Harkov and the unsettling atmosphere, the breaking down of the barriers between the realm of the dead and the realm of the living is something to do that's tied to Melcolia. But that's all you know. So that's why Gasp is chasing it down. It would be fairly common that a Skahir would be very interested in that not happening because it upsets the cycle. On top of that, Casper, we learned that Narlog was around. Narlog met his daughter when he were a lot younger, and his daughter, Narlog said that his daughter is alive. Still, how true that is, nobody knows. That's just what was said. And then with Penny, the ritual will begin once she is back. The orc will be disemboweled, the spirits will be called, and the separation will happen. Does anybody remember any details about that? About that ritual?
Watch it in
The
my way.
ritual?
Just
There's
about needing the orc alive.
Yeah, it's important to remember
What
that.
ritual?
That the druid.
Sorry, you got cut off there, Jenny.
Am I
You're
gone?
gone. You're gone.
Oh.
You're muted, Jenny.
Druids. Oh yeah, I said. Oh no, I'm not muted. I'm not. It was just cut off. The druids said that the orc was their price, or that was the price of the ritual. But Penny is going to have to pay her own price to Dahlia.
Yeah.
Dahlia will ask a price. You don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In regards to, we learned something about Wagon last time as well. That was important. You guys learned Wagon's a father, right? That's important.
I ain't got.
Yeah,
I know.
And-
I got busy.
and Victoria, as always, remains a mystery. So,
Oh,
okay,
we learned she knows a little bit too much about
Yes.
demon lore.
yes, and
Daryl
and-
said last week it wasn't too worrying about. Just a little
bit.
dabble there and
and
there.
she did
We're
show
walking
some
into this
interest in Gasp's love life. Bear that in
yeah.
mind as
Oh
well.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When you're doing your girl talk, Brady
Yeah.
drills here.
So that was all. That also happened.
Reading
Okay.
my scales.
Yeah, braiding scales. What the?
I'm cleaning them with a toothbrush while he
Spit
brushes my
shine
hair.
Okay.
Beast.
Now, let me see if I can set the atmosphere once again because it ended on quite a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Let's see if I
Yeah.
can
A
bring
spooky one.
something. What about this one?
Well, I mean, I thought my recap did it, but okay.
Typical Dara, I have that one up everyone.
Look at him though. He's like a
It's like Mr.
crazed-
Burns over there.
This song is
Yeah.
called "Something Is Wrong Here." It's called that one, right?
Perfect.
Okay, we'll go with that one. Right. So, the spirit appears before you. It converges from nothing as it forms into some sort of see-through material, ectoplasmic, perhaps in nature. and I'll just go back to what it looked like. I did draw an extra thumb on for it, Dave, because the AI didn't do it. She kind of stands
I am
there.
pleased.
She doesn't even seem to have noticed you guys. She's just kind of looking down she's looking around, she's looking down at the flayed corpse before her. As she kind of moves her hands, she doesn't seem to be aware fully.
Okay, Gasp is going to say, okay, y'all, everyone just stay calm. Don't move. Don't do shit.
I'm slowly taking out the bomb.
And stay still.
Is that thing gonna fucking
We
kill us?
don't spook her. She won't do anything. And then I'm going to sit on the ground, like on my knees. Put my bow staff down to the side. I'll face towards her. And I'm going to turn my hands upwards and I'm going to say, Spectre unbound. See now the light of my essence and hear the thrum of its journey. Look under my form and see the bond that we shared. And Gasp starts moving his hands in like elliptical arcs. And at one stage I say, pass over and separate. You see crimson red blood running down his hand, and he squeezes out a few drops in a line in front of him. Be not afraid, O wayward spirit, your mortal vessel lies restful and still. It provides now for the lesser creatures of this world.
The spectre seems to become aware of your existence upon this and gazes towards you. Images flow into your head of confusion and a feeling of lost understanding. Images of the woman being in a field of flowers and in a forest and in towns, and it becomes clear to you that this spectre is not aware it is dead.
Oh.
And none of you else know this. Gasp is just sitting there with his eyes gone back into his head for a second, like before, and then back down again. It's like
What's
he's
the
communicating.
spirit doing?
The spirit is just gazing at Gasp.
Casper's just gonna back up and I'm gonna kneel as well.
Do anything? Why are we kneeling?
I'm just copying him. He
Why?
hasn't attacked us yet, so he must know what he's at.
He probably, maybe he's hexed or something under Gasp! Gasp! Exactly.
Penny'll try and shush.
Why?
Quiet. And Penny has her hand like on her where her morning star is on her hip, but she hasn't like taken it out of its holder. And she's like stepped in front of Victoria, but she's just staring at Gasp, between Gasp and the spirit.
What's going on?
So Gasp's head will like rock from the assault of memories. And then he'll say, Spirit, recall your dying point. Remember that moment of passing when your time here was untethered. And he'll look fully at the spirit. Take a deep breath. Exhale slowly and puts his palms resting upwards on his knees. And I'm going to wait to gauge the reaction of the spirit.
She kind of steps a left foot forward, fully turning towards you now, facing you, and her head kind of cocks to the left a little bit, and you feel another sense of confusion and a sense of not believing you, and what cruel joke is this to tell her that she has passed from the realm of living. You can tell she's quite aware of the process of life and death. And she insists upon you that if she were dead, she knows where she would be, and it would not be the realm of the dead. You feel the heat on your skin of hellfire.
I'm going to take out the emblem of the queen that I have. Your time here is done. Tell on to me the burden that weighs you. Your journey is over and a new awaits. Be not afraid, O spirit.
Okay. I want you to roll me. I want you to roll me a will.
Okay.
But
Do I get
it's not-
boons or banes?
Are we only hearing Gasp talking and we're hearing nothing
You're
else?
only hearing
Just
Gasp talking. You're not hearing it's just looking at Gasp. And every time
But
Gasp
it looks
stops
like he's
talking,
having a conversation.
it looks like he's
It's not
having a
like
conversation. Because every time he stops talking, his eyes go back into his head for a second and then he comes back out.
Okay, cool. So it does look like there's a conversation going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just have no idea what's been said, though.
Yeah. Cool. That's it.
Do I add any boons or banes to this?
Flat roll.
Okay. Beautiful.
That's a fail.
Ooh.
You gain a sense that you know the passage of lamentation is a difficult thing to do on strong-willed individuals. You may need to show her something. Roll me an intelligence check, intellect check. I'll give you 2 boons.
Ooh, boons.
2 boons.
There's a little girl on a karaoke machine outside my fucking window singing. So,
Oh, what's she singing?
Hell.
I don't
Is she any
know.
good?
I'm literally close to the
D&D
window.
and a show. Nice.
The perfect date.
Nice.
Yeah, you did well. There is an old technique that you remember your old master teaching you of if you possess a memory of the person's death, it's much easier to show them how they died. And you do possess that memory.
Okay. Yes, because I scanned her. I'll reach my bloodied hand out. Take back from me what was borrowed. See for yourself. I'll hold my hand up towards her.
The ghost could easily just evaporate over to Gasp, but she walks deliberately as if she's physical. She stumbles over and she puts her hand over your hand like that, and then you feel the shock of the memory going into her. Now is a critical moment, Gasp. She could become a revenant now if anger overtakes her and pain overtakes her, and that means you'll have to destroy her. You'll lose the passage of lamentation. You need to calm her down.
Which body was she again?
She's the big flayed corpse in the middle of the pentagram.
Oh, yeah, she
Don't
was like-
look over there.
She was the most, painful and brutalized memory. Fuck. Don't upset her. Okay, don't upset her. So has she seen the memory then that I've shared with her?
This is what's happening, and unfortunately,
Okay.
with those who have not passed, who are trapped, what can happen is too much anguish and too much suffering can make them become something that they're not. They can transform into something that's hostile to all life. They could it's like the ghosts or the specters version of insanity. Pure anguish. It's untold misery they want to project on anything that's alive.
Yeah. You've accomplished what you set out to do. Whatever that was, we're all the small pieces in something larger. Don't let it consume you. You've done your bit. You can move on now. There's more ahead of you. You need to see it.
Roll me a will check. Okay. the cold, calculated response, as opposed to taking an emotional response, you've taken a more of a, factual approach, yeah? This actually seems to resonate with Melcholia's spirit as she begins to understand, and you begin to kind of feel the confusion fade from her now. She points down at the pentagram where the corpse is, and she does this to you. You all see this. She points at the body and the pentagram, and she goes,
Yes. Is she gonna fucking explode?
you feel the urge gasp to destroy something.
Destroyed body. Oh wait, she was pointing at the pentagram when she said that? Or her body?
Both.
Gasp! I think I know what she wants. I had the bomb in my hand.
I can hear Wagon's hard on. Yeah.
Man's itching.
Okay, I'll nod assent. I understand. Finish it with me. Come ye unto the realm of the departed, O wayward spirit, for here thy new journey shall commence, and from the agony that rends thy very essence thou shalt be freed. Come ye into the realm of the departed, O wayward spirit, and be woven once more back into the eternal cycle.
You feel a sense of wanting to obey those words, but a feeling of a chain of some kind.
Wagon?
We might try the bomb.
Drag the body into the pentagram and then
It's in there
do
already.
your thing. Oh shit, it's in there. Oh great. Get ready to
Gas.
do your thing, Wagon.
Could we maybe not be in
Victoria?
here?
Just a quick question as well, Gasp. If you do this, will her soul pass on?
Yes.
Well, perhaps should we get the information of her first before you
Victoria,
perform your...
this is not. No. This is for her. This is not for us.
Sure. Okay, Gasp. Okay.
We all know Wagon well enough now that bomb is going to make smithereens of everything in this room.
Yeah, Penny's like,
Is
should
there,
we be
is
in
there
here when
anything
this
here
thing
that
goes
we
off?
want to do?
Casper,
have
no,
everything we need.
Casper. It's only a small explosive device.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I haven't started running already.
Look, I'm gonna try the bone here, Gasp. I feel like Gasp would know this. May would Gasp know this. He's not magical in nature. Like he's not. He doesn't know about the demonic bindings or anything like that. So he won't know that. He will know though that if you break the chain, you may actually be able to communicate with her a lot more. As our spirit begins to accept its fate, it may be easier to communicate with it. If Wagon drops a bomb here and destroys everything, you'll lose your chance to communicate with it.
Okay. So we actually have a chance to talk to her.
On 1, 2. I'm trying this. Yes.
Hold
up,
the chain.
Wagon.
So I am throwing it, or am I not throwing it?
No.
What do you need to know, Victoria?
Getting a 5%.
She seems
yes.
compliant at the moment.
Well, just more. Perhaps we could ask her about the sickness and Harkoven, or how the temple ended up this way. Or does anyone else have anything? I feel like I'm missing what we could ask her.
The constant rain and
Melcholiah.
gloom that we thought that druids were
What are
controlling.
you doing this for, Melcholiah? And who? What was it all about?
You're muted.
Darryl, you're mute.
He knows.
Darryl, you're mute.
Jenny, will you go in and tell him that he's muted?
I haven't heard a word from Daryl yet, so I don't know if he knows that he's muted.
I'm just going to spin over to Daryl and see if he's all right.
Yeah.
Whoa! Consensual play.
I was like, lads, I'm good. No, sorry, I was just checking something. Yeah. What he's gonna do here?
Yes, I'm going to ask her then if I'm getting a feeling that she's, not to say talkative, but compliant in some way, then I'll ask her, who was it for, or what was it all for?
You feel a sense of anger from the spirit. In that you images of transactions between the gold being handed over for vegetables and various trade going on in town flow through your mind.
Yes, humans do have a bit of a humdrum life, but it's theirs to live.
You see more images flowing through your mind of two people shaking a hand and a farmer pointing to a field, somebody going to the field and cutting the crops down, coming back and then receiving payment. And then she points at the body again. More images conjure to your mind of once again somebody bringing a large bay of hail to one farmer bringing a large bay of hail to another farmer and them trading the sheep and the hay and then going their separate ways.
Okay.
Does Gashby look shocked and confused? When are we blowing her up?
I don't know what's going on.
I think she really hates agriculture.
Another image comes to your mind of
Another reason to blow her up.
An image comes to your mind of somebody writing something down, going to hand it to somebody, and then and then as they go to take it, they yank the letter back, whatever it says, and they go like that, and then they point to a door. You see this other person going out, killing somebody, and then coming back, and then the letter is given to them.
What?
And then she points to the pentagram and the body again.
Evil farmer?
Okay, so I'll describe that last one then to the group. Wagon, how safe would we be if you detonated that?
2 seconds, he's speaking to his parents or someone.
I know what Arthur McGee looks like. When Gasp is describing your man, what does he look like, Casper will ask you.
Sorry, bro.
Just want to make sure there's none of my knowing I know. Brown hair or black hair, Gasp?
Oh, it was dark, definitely. He wasn't fair haired.
Were they a human?
Yeah. I think everyone I saw on the memories was human.
What the fuck is she talking about farmers for?
She thinks she's talking about Harkoven in particular.
Can I blow it up?
No.
Sorry.
You were drawn to this place, to Melcolia, because of what she's been doing.
I was, yes. Oh, you're talking to God. Oh, sorry.
Malcolia, what do you know about the veil between the realms?
Jenny, I think
It's
you're
weakening.
up.
Gasp, just before you ask her that, I remember reading a book years ago about pentagrams, everything like this. I think I know how to unbind her. I've been looking
You
at
do?
this circle. Yes, I've been looking at this circle since we've entered the room. And I've been trying to figure it out. I think if we destroy the pentagram, it unbinds her.
A flood of images flow through your mind, Gasp, almost taking your breath away a little bit, of feelings of gratitude and cooperation.
Is she like that?
She definitely likes the idea of that, Victoria.
Oh, that's good.
Do we just rub it out or break it or what do we do?
Well, basically, Penny, not all magic is extremely complicated. So, yes, basically, well, DM, correct me, this is a circle that binds her. She is trapped in the circle. So once there is an opening in the circle, a little bit of wipe it down, it should be broken.
And if we
Penny-
touch it, nothing will happen to us. Like, we won't become like her.
Not that I remember, but I did read this book a very long time ago.
And also, Penny, I don't think rubbing one out will help.
What?
Rubbing the line out, Wagon. The line.
Penny, I know. Jess knows, but Penny's gonna be like, "Why are you talking about Wagon? It's right there. Look." And
Well,
Penny will go
yes.
over to it and she'll be like, "If you're sure," and she'll start to try and
Oh,
rub some of
jeez,
the
don't take
edges
your-
of the circle with her hand.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were doing something else.
Is that anyone going to stop Penny from doing that?
I'm going to stop Penny from doing that.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm going to grab her hand and I'm going to say, "Did you not hear? Victoria doesn't know if it's okay to touch. And anything that comes from a fucking demon is not okay to touch. Find another way to break it."
Roll me an
Without
intelligence
touching it.
check again, Jenny, with this time with a bone as well.
Penny will kind of like stand up straight and look down at Casper and just nod, like, "Thank you for not letting me do that."
This magic is well beyond us, Penny.
And I know nothing about magic, really.
Victoria, you know that the best way to destroy a pentagram is simply take a stick or something like that and just break it. But not with your hands, obviously. Something inanimate.
As they're talking, I go, actually, do you know, thinking about it,
But the safest way to do it is to pour a line of salt across it.
Are you talking?
Oh,
I can hear
Jenny.
what you're
I
saying.
think we can maybe not use our hand, but
Oh,
oh, sorry, I said
Look at this
perhaps if you get a. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
yeah, it's just,
Yeah,
it's
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes there's a
Yeah.
delay,
It's like
Jenny.
you're yeah, it looks
Oh,
like an old Chinese film. Like your mouth's moving, but then the audio's coming later.
It's happened again. Let's just stop.
Immediately. Hi.
Okay. Right. Let's try again, Jenny. Go.
Okay, I read. Apparently, it's better if we don't touch it directly. Just a stick. Just poke it around a bit.
Okay. Now, listen. What happens if I just perhaps threw a
Scuff it up.
small explosive device on it, and it went a little boom, and our troubles are all gone.
I mean, there's no harm in overdoing something like this. In my opinion.
Well,
Like,
What
why
about-
don't we keep the
What
wagon
about-
thing as a backup in case smudging it won't?
Yes, but why are we risking
Yeah,
our lives
and
when
I'll
we can just
chuck my
blow
bus
it up?
off to
Daryl, Penny starts to look around
Jenny,
for a stick
or
as
to
for
Victoria.
Victoria.
You don't see a stick. You see a big leg bone, like a femur.
We're not allowed to touch the legs.
Well,
Penny,
no, I
don't
was gonna,
touch the leg.
like my fucking bow staff.
Yeah. If you did see a bow staff, you could just do it, yeah?
Yeah, I'll
I'm gonna stand
chuck
back
that
when I
to
see him
Victoria.
going towards
I ain't fucking touching no devil pentagram. Hang on,
Yeah,
chuck it at her to do.
Okay. Do you do it?
My hero, I do.
Well, so we're just trying to
Yeah.
break. Are we just trying to break? Are we just trying to break the pentagram symbol?
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to. No, let me do it. Move back. I won't blow us up. Don't worry. I'm going to conjure a spear, and I'm going to throw the spear in the line of it, and like hopefully break the line.
Jenny, as Victoria's kind of summoning her courage to use the little bow staff to rub it out, right? Oh, you okay, Jenny?
I'm sorry. This is breaking up too bad. I'm going to give it a reboot, but I'm going to listen on my phone.
It's probably the internet, Jenny, to be fair. I would say it is, yeah. We'll figure it out at the break, right? It's probably... Yeah, we'll figure it out. As you're about to do that, Wagon basically summons a spear and the tiles, they all break underneath the pentagram, therefore disrupting it. And you guys just feel a very gentle, ice-cold breeze just fill the room. Almost as if the spirit was contained. And you just feel the room just become very, very cold. And you just hear... Now, I'm going to try something here. I don't know if it's going to work, alright?
Ooh.
How does this sound?
Oh.
You just hear it. Finally, I am free.
Do I know if that came from her? Oh, thank God. Okay, right.
We all here finally we are free, and I just look. Is that a good thing? Is it a good thing that finally it's free?
Fisticuffs are up. But I'm looking at Gas to see what he does.
That doesn't sound good.
Morningstar in hand.
No good person has ever said, "Finally, I'm free."
Free. What is Gas doing? That's really
She can
important.
pass on now. Malcolia,
It doesn't sound like she can pass.
you can go.
I am not in the business of charity. Ask your questions under oath. A deal is made.
Deal. We didn't do no bargain.
Did you make a deal with the devil? What's going on here?
I think she's giving us a few questions because we helped her gasp.
Aye.
Well, technically, I helped her. I'm the one who did the pentagram, so maybe I should get the wishes.
No wishes?
Who
I don't know.
wants-
I don't know what's going on.
Who wants to break the barrier between the two realms?
You have freed me from this endless hell.
I
I will tell you what I know. The memory of my life is but faded wind of a storm long past. But remember I do, the demon that betrayed me. Its name I was told by another, so that it may do mine and their bidding through the ritual of Najmi, the naming bind. Yet, the name I was gifted was false, and the illusion of control was the true boon I was gifted. For the creature betrayed me and offered me to the Black Gem to break its curse, so that the demon may spirit it away to its real master. They who gave me the name of the demon that I was given was Heakathro. But beware, for this name is false. Otherwise, the Najmi naming bind would have worked. To find your gem and whom was here, you must first find this demon.
Sound.
Or how she found the demon.
Do you know where the demon is headed? Or where it's bound to next?
I do not, and my spirit already weakens. But tell me, Underelf, why should I go? Why should I face what awaits me?
Because you'll have a chance for more instead of lingering in perpetual misery when nothing is done and everything passes by. You get to enter into the cycle again. You get to continue.
Promise me, you will bring vengeance upon he who commands he who put me here.
I do.
I do not know where your demon is, for my memories now belong mostly to the Queen. But perhaps those who dwell within the forest will know. Those who no doubt guided you here. For one of hell does not simply pass through the lands of Nador.
That's impossible.
Nothing.
No worshipper of Nador would bring a demon into this world.
Who said they brought the demon? I brought the demon. It is worth noting there that she directly addressed Casper. Your soul is so bright.
Feel that bright.
Can I go now? Underelf.
I don't know.
I'll do a quick look to the group. You might
Can
get
you-
one more question.
Would you remind me, Daryl, what you said about the ones who brought us here again? I think I misheard you.
She basically said that she suspects the ones who sent you here will know where the demon is. The gist she's getting at is that something like that would not simply just pass through the forest without them knowing.
Perfect. Thank you. I did mishear you.
Yeah.
In game time, I just have a pause, outside a game, just to see if there's anything to ask her. Victoria can't think of the spot. Is there anything else we
The
want
only-
to ask her?
Only thing I'm thinking of is to ask her if it has any weaknesses or, it's weak against copper. We're like, great, we'll just...
Well, yeah, but
Get
should
it
we not
within-
really ask the important question? What does it want? Like, what's it doing here? What's it doing?
It's a demon.
What's its called?
It doesn't want us to open up a flower shop. That's for fucking
Yeah, but
sure.
like, if we ask that question, at least we know where we can find it.
I think Daryl said
Which
it
is
would.
next to the owl, like.
Does it want to break the veil? Is that what it is? The veil between the living and the dead. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
Well, if that's the yoke, but how does it do it? Like, you know what I mean? So we can kind of like stop it.
Mm,
Well, I wanted that gem, and now it's met off with it for its master.
Mm.
Yeah, so
So
where
I
does it
assume
want
that's
to
what
go?
it needs to break the veil. We need to get it back. I've nothing else to ask her anyway.
Annie wouldn't have anything to say or ask.
Then I'll just...
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll ask her. Help me avenge your spirit, Milkolia. Does this foul creature have any weaknesses? Anything that might tip an engagement in our favor?
Of its weaknesses, but I know its greatest strengths is mortals like you who believe they can stand against it. If I failed, you surely will too.
I looked at Penny like.
Penny just looks unsuredly back to Gasp.
I'll just step back to I'll fold my arms and go in peace, Malgolia. Find your rest.
Good luck. You basically just see
May
her
the Queen's grace be upon you.
fade away as if she was never there. And all at once, you've never felt so isolated all at once. It's like you're inside this destroyed temple in the middle of who fucking knows where, in the center of the Northern Grove forest. And you guys don't know what to do or where to go.
We do.
A demon Gasp?
Yeah.
You guys
Honestly, I
remember...
thought we were going to be.
We could have asked her a question of
Oh,
where the demon is or something.
She said that she didn't know.
Yeah, but you know, or something.
I think the druids know, do they?
That's what she
I
said.
looked at Casper. Casper,
They'd be
where
our
are they?
best- They'd be our best lead anyway. Like she said, nothing passes through that forest without them knowing. Not that I think a demon's just walking around the place, but sure. It's
Sorry,
our best
Daryl.
lead so far.
I just want to confirm, did we all hear that entire conversation?
Yes. Once
Okay,
once the seal was broken, you all could hear that.
Okay.
You guys remember what I said about demons last time? In this world?
Or
Bad.
sexy.
It's important to understand that there are no like lesser demons. They are
There's
all...
only like 4.
No, there's not only 4, there's loads of them. Who knows how many?
Oh.
No one knows how many there is, but each demon is like the equivalent of like... In D&D terms, we're like a demon lord, like a baller kind of thing. There's no weak demons, let's put it that way. Imagine when Gandalf stood up against the Balrog, that's generally the kind of thing we're talking about here. Like they're entities that when they manifest physically, you've seen what they could do. These would have been some of the top Scarhair protectors in front of this gem, whatever it is. And
You said something last week as well, or last time about magic as well. Did you say that either demons can create magic or they can't create magic? They can only use the
Isn't
magic
it
that's
change-
already there or
To
something.
change it or something, is it?
Yeah.
yeah, magic interacts differently with demons. It doesn't
Yeah.
interact the way it does with other things because magic is the blood of Carteller.
Mm.
It's the blood of a god. Demons, they don't really care for it. It's null and void to them. They use it though, like they would use any other tool.
Yeah, but they don't create it. They use it, don't they? Isn't that it?
Oh yeah, demons don't create magic,
Yeah.
and they very much need magic to manifest.
Okay.
From
So
straight
they
from
need
hell to here.
be- So, I don't know if this exists, but just for an example, if a plane were to have like a low ether or magic presence, demons wouldn't do so well there, that kind of situation.
Yeah, generally you have to like so. Victoria, you would know all this from your minor studies. Like they crave agony and pain and suffering and anguish, and that corrupts the very magic that exists within the world. And then they feed on that to stay in the material plane. They like you a demon can't just walk anywhere. It needs a specific environment to be in. So if that demon was here, there was very potent magics, you know, that were keeping it there. The magic that summoned it must have been a large ritual. You get me? It would have taken a lot of magic to bind that long enough to get from wherever it came from to here. Maybe it was summoned right outside the door.
When Gasp searched the memories of the bodies here, we didn't actually see what he saw when he saw the demon in the memories.
No,
It was only Gasp.
only Gasp. Sorry, yeah.
Right.
I think he took an insanity test for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you rolled like loads of nat ones in a row. I remember that now.
Yeah, I'm racking up insanity points.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fun.
Actually, it turns out at the end of this session, none of this has happened. Gasp is actually just sitting in a corner, rocking back and forth.
Yeah, it's just...
Our man Johnson ain't
Yeah.
what he used to be.
Oh yeah, I was just about to ask. Let me see the map again.
So we have to find a demon. I don't know what demons look like or what the demons are, or kind of look at between Gasp and Victoria. Like, are they like they must look a certain way, or can they change how they look? Like, surely a demon would go like everyone would notice it walking around.
I would like
put
to. Oh, sorry. Go on, Gasp.
I'll put my hand on her shoulder as I'm just passing by. You'll know when you see it. They don't look normal.
So kind
That's
of
it.
like the not normal of the thing that we were in last time with the purples. That level of not normal.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it that then?
No. No, that was something else. We should leave here. This place is
Well,
too...
before we do, just in case, as you said, the demon wasn't walking around and he was maybe summoned here. Victoria, would you be able to recognize any kind of markings that would be able to summon a demon? I mean, even if we just have a look around for anything.
Daryl, if it's okay, I would like to scan the room for anything like that. Looks like anything that looks like summoning, or
Look, you don't even really need to. You know what, Jenny? You're not a demonologist entirely. Like, you don't know this. You roll me an intelligence check with 2 bones. You get 1 from your grimoire, and I'll give you 1 because what you've witnessed.
Well, regardless of what we find, I think we should put Wagon's bomb to use and just blast.
No, I'm not wasting it now. It's
Whoa,
pointless.
hold up. This is a temple to the queen. There ain't gonna be no
It's
wrecking
also the
shit.
site. It's also the site of demon summoning.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not
no,
wasting my bomb
actually,
there.
technically, the demon was summoned outside of the temple and brought in.
Did she tell you that?
Well, no, I saw them getting ripped apart by the fucking thing.
You
What?
saw
You
her
saw
summoning
it?
the demon.
Nope. Darla, I got that right, don't I? I
Um,
saw them fighting from the entrance.
yeah, they burst in
All
through
the
the
way
entrance.
through.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
burst in. Yeah.
They came in from the outside, which means it wasn't summoned inside of here. They came in knocking at the door, demon in tow.
Well, if you are eager to protect this place, I know it is a temple and I'm trying to be respectful about it, but
We'll seal it off.
why would a
because
demon
just-
want a gem that belongs to the elves? Why would you
Yeah,
make
that's a good
something that would
question.
interest a demon?
Oh my god. Sorry. Now, maybe I'm completely off here. Do you think the demon could have been summoned at that tree? Perhaps the orcs are working with it?
Oh, stop you there, Jenny. No way. So.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry.
that's a really good guess. And if this was like D&D, you could totally run with that. But I can tell you for a fact that Casper will know this. That's why I'm chiming in. There's no way that anything to do with Veta would have anything to do with demons. They're like chalk and cheese. The
Oh,
old
okay,
gods
okay,
and
you
demons.
suggested-
Yeah.
Now imagine what Daryl said, but in a country accent.
Yeah.
Should
Oh.
let me tell you about it now, lads. Fucking the no way the old gods and the demons.
I imagine Casper's gone real red in the face saying it, with a pint in his hand. Oh, sorry, Casper.
Once I finish boiling this cabbage and drinking my pint, I'll tell you all about it.
Oh. Oh.
Look, you have.
I got an 18 on that, Daryl.
Oh, you did,
Right.
Jenny. You are 100% certain since you've come into this temple that demon was not summoned here.
I'm not going to say anything because Gasp kind of covered that here.
Yeah, and then that thing on the ground was likely done by the demon with its
So-
own blood.
if it wasn't summoned here, where would they have summoned it?
Demon Land, maybe.
What? Where's that?
Beside Angel Land, I think.
I'm going to.
I don't think it matters where they brought the demon in too much. It's here now. That's the thing. Well, it's here on this plane, and it's now running rampant through the forest somewhere.
Oh.
Daryl, if it's okay, I'm going to take out a little vial, and I'm going to scoop up some of the demon blood, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm
hell.
just- I'm
It's
just
like
all-
hell blood. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not
I'm just
glowing
wondering
anymore like
also-
it was there though.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just wondering also, is it our problem? Big question to everyone.
Erkoven's problem, and all the farmers there. We thought it was Melcolia, but
But is this demon our problem?
But technically, you guys promised to help Gasp find Melcolia. You've
We
just done that. Yeah, you've just done that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting there.
Thanks, Daryl.
I'm going home.
Hi.
I'm just saying, like,
This was fun.
a witch we can deal with, but something from a different existence is not really.
Look, demons can be killed, they can be vanquished. They ain't all
Oh,
that.
have you killed one before, Gasp?
Well, no.
Confidence like that is amazing for something that you've never even combated before.
Yes, exactly. But I do have confidence in the skills, the innovation, capability.
Gasp, you know
Well,
who also had confidence and could think they could show that woman on the ground who's flayed to death in a circle,
yeah, but her confidence was pointed in the wrong direction.
and she wiped this whole temple out. You think we
Well,
could wipe this whole temple out?
In fairness, hold up a sec. She didn't do it on her own. She had a goddamn
Exactly.
demon with her. And yes,
Exactly.
these were considered elites of our
Exactly.
temple. And
I'm finding it very hard to disagree with Wagon.
Exactly. It just proves
As
me
it is
completely
now, yes. If we went straight up toe to toe, we'd be smushed. That's a given. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie or sugarcoat about it, but that's not to say that tomorrow or the next day after we ain't gonna be in a better position, which I think we will. We just need to get a good game plan together, get some good skills, good peoples.
Well,
Maybe a
that's good
bigger
that
bomb. Maybe a bigger bomb.
Well, that's
Maybe-
good that you're thinking this, because I just don't want everyone to think that we're just going to be rushing off to fight this demon. I think we have a name. We might as well research the name, see what we can do with demons, how to fight demons. Let's become. But this knowledge is also very. And Miss Van Sanders, you're an educated mind. It's not really one for the public. This, what would you call it? Demonology or something like this? It's not really common knowledge.
Well, I know from college years that yes, it's not common knowledge, but Gasp is right. There's people who can help with this, specialists, I believe. They say it is far easier to bind a demon than to destroy it.
Yes. If you have weeds in the garden, you don't get an electrician, you get the gardener. So we
Now-
need to find someone who is a specialist in
A
demons.
what?
I
What
don't
was
know.
that
if-
first word?
Gardener.
An
Electrician.
electrician!
What's an electrician?
Well, my father was an electrician. He did.
Some sort of mage.
He used to,
A
he
mage.
he used to use lightning and actually connect it through wires. He used to actually, he calls himself electrician. I don't know. That's a word he came up with.
Well, I don't know, and the DM might correct me, but there was a talker who came into our college, Professor. Well, it rhymed better in D&D. Professor Palagoon, the Holy Knight, the Paladin. He's an author of all these books. He goes around and he fights demons, binds them. He is amazing, and I actually have a copy of his book here if anyone wants to read it. Basically, this man is Gildren. You know your man from Harry Potter.
Gilderoy
Yeah.
Lockhart.
Yeah.
Except he's legit.
Is that okay?
That's,
There?
allegedly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we are
evil.
not. We are not
Allegedly.
capable of taking down a demon. We need to find people who are.
I agree. Maybe we could write to him.
And let's get out of this stinky this temple and this crazy forest.
I am interested to see outside if the effects we thought Melcolia was causing are gone or not.
Melancholy.
Let's pass through this classic ghost wall and get
Oh yeah, is this not the spooky wall of death?
Yeah, you all pass through the spooky wall of death, and what happened last time happens. You feel the cold chill of death, and you roll insanity checks, everybody.
Oh
Aw.
no! Insanity.
Guys,
What's
Can
insanity
I
again?
do something right before we leave as well?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that Victoria has her sample of blood. Is there any way I just want to scrub away the rest of this pentagram somehow?
Well, bear in mind, Clock, this is not actually, even though it's hideously evil, it's not actually against the natural order. Demons very much fall within it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That circle's class. I'm going to leave it the way it is.
You
Praise
can
the
destroy
door.
it. It is evil though. Like, it might not be your nat or teachers that make you want to destroy it. It could be your own morality. It's fucked up. Like,
Sorry, a little frog hybrid walks in and Casper's like, kill that pig, demonic circle. That's okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a Zedonk or
It's a fine
something.
line. Yeah. Natural order is a fine line.
Natural.
just remember that the natural order is the gods are in the realm of the gods, the living are in the realm of the living, the dead are in the realm of the dead, and the demons are in the realm of hell. And then that's the circle. And it's like,
Well,
that's
this
all
demon
killed the
blood
gang.
Shouldn't be here, not natural.
Yeah, well, you could say that. Well, this temple, you could say the same thing with the temple.
What's the sign? How'd you do a sanity roll again?
I did
Will.
want to blow the whole place up.
It's just a will check, isn't
Just
it?
a will.
That's when
Is
it starts
Is
breaking the
this
thing down.
from-
Is,
It's just from
Taking it down
passing
block
through
by
the fake
Oh, I failed.
the fake
I
wall thing.
failed as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Is this
What is
will?
it? It's a will check, it is.
It is, yeah.
Will.
Oh, Gasp, you don't need to roll a will check. Apologies, you don't need to.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god, Penny,
And
I think
everybody
both
gets,
of
I
hers rolled.
forgot, everyone gets a boon. I'm sorry, I was meant to say is get a boon. Actually, you
Oh,
get
can
two
we
boons.
reroll?
You actually get 2 boons. Just roll 2d6 and add the highest 6 to it. You're supposed to get 2 boons because every time you walk through the wall, you get. Sorry,
Is Boone bad or
boons good, bane's bad.
Boon good.
I don't
Oh,
know
I
why
passed.
Boone sounds bad.
That's my
I
fault.
already
Sorry.
passed. I rolled about Boone and I passed it. So.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
You don't need it, Dev.
Yeah.
10 is a pass, isn't it, Daryl?
Yes, 10 is
13.
always a pass unless I say otherwise. Yeah.
Perfect.
Unless I say otherwise.
passed then as well.
Unless one of us is getting cheeky. And he's like, that's a fail.
Now it's 40.
Right, talk me through the plan now.
I'm just
Yeah,
going
exit
to
the temple.
Find some sexy demonologists.
And try and cover up the entrance a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll ask maybe Casper to help me if he can, because he knows plants.
Do you know how to blow it up, no?
No. No, I
What
ain't
you
gonna
doing?
happen, Casper. Do you want me to go back and cut down that fucking tree that we saved? No, that shit ain't happen.
Yeah, that's fair. I get you now. See, I just
Yeah.
needed that connection. All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start helping him.
Casper, you can
Temple
actually.
equals tree. Tree equals temple.
I think there's some rule of kill, man. You can green magic some of the grass and vines to just kind of cover the
Okay.
entrance.
I will do that. Just that.
But it'll take 1 use of your green magic, okay?
I will not do that. Let me see. Green magic. I don't think
Try
I can
to
use
cut
it
down.
anyway.
You can use it. You can
Cut
use.
down
I'm
the
just
tree
saying you
now.
can use this for this, Casper, if you want.
I think I've used them up, honestly. But...
Oh, look, go ahead. You can do it. If you had one, I would have taken it off you. But if you don't, you can do it.
Whoa.
All right, where to now, guys? Going to do
Just
two
wanna
days
step
back to the
out.
Grove, or are you
Sorry.
going to head back to Harkoven, or what's the story?
And
if we go
before
back-
we go, oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Before we go, when we walk outside, what is the weather like?
Yeah,
It is exactly the same. You guys were in there for about 40 minutes.
What time
Well,
of
it
day
looks
is it?
like Melcolia wasn't
Not
fucking
late.
causing that then.
Very
Well,
true,
I-
Casper.
I think before we deal with this demon, we need to deal with our own demon. And I look at Penny.
Mm. Oh,
You
yeah.
deal with
You've-
some
You've got
inner
a date
demon.
with Dahlia.
Yes.
Oh,
Dahlia starts with a
Wagon.
D. Demon Dahlia.
Wagon, that's my sister.
Is it?
It's like
What?
Bart's evil twin in the attic. You know, we're all afraid.
Eat your fish heads.
Eating
Shut
the
up.
fish heads.
She's your sister. How's that work?
I've talked about this before, Happy.
I completely forgot, so I'm just gonna go on. Like, I'd never heard it before. I'm old!
I mentioned before she's my twin.
But how does that work?
I don't
I-
know.
I just thought she was like this an evil spirit inside you that was corrupting your soul for this whole long time. I didn't know she was your sister.
I don't know. All I
Ah.
know is that she's my twin.
It's all well and good.
Well, we're
lads.
going to find out. That's the.
Yeah.
With the weather the way it is, I have a shocking bad feeling now that Malcolia is gone. That if it is the demon causing this, he has to be close.
And also, I actually don't know the answer to this, but I am wondering if that was his blood and his binding and his circle. Does he now know that that has been disturbed? That someone is, shall we say, after
Ooh.
him?
Into the forest, quick as possible. So,
Oh, I didn't
I'll
think
take.
that. That's a fucking big brain.
Very
Let's leave.
smart.
Okay,
There's
Dahlia,
space
we're
into
gonna
the
deal with
forest.
Dahlia.
I need to
Yeah.
know where yous are going though.
Don't
don't
we have an
know.
orc? Oh yeah, we always get the orc. Yeah, let's
Back to the.
do the Dahlia
druids,
thing. Might as well do the Dahlia thing.
I'm looking for Cormac.
Okay.
I'm gonna try reach up to Dahlia, Penny, but I'm just going like, you can do it, Penny, and tap her in the back.
Mhm.
I'm trying to sort of hype her up.
Would you be able to reach my back?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go.
He's just cusping your ass cheeks right
Yeah.
now. He's going, yeah.
Wagon, what have I told you about touching me in my private bits?
You know, the rock climbers, the way they're able to hold on to like tiny ledges
Oh my God.
on your scales.
I've been climbing for 4 days.
Gets the chalk out.
That's more disturbing than what we just saw in the temple.
Yeah.
I'm sticking spikes into her.
Ice
Right.
picks.
I'll tell you what, if you're going back to the Druid Grove, we're going to take a break there because I am actually turtling, lads. So we'll be like,
Jeez.
give me 5 minutes, right?
5:25, guys. I live with him.
Oh my god.
I love that. I live.
Right. Back in 5 minutes, and when we get back, we're back to the Grove to see what the fuck's going on with Penny. BRB, guys.
Woohoo!
That turtleneck doesn't feel
Cool.
too nice.
I'm just knocking my camera off because I'm stuffing my face.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something else there. Yeah, cool. Right. So you guys begin the journey back through the forest. I made you relive it last time. I'm not going to make you relive it again. Nothing's changed though, Casper. There is no relief on the forest from the grim. In fact, it seems to almost minusculely be getting worse. So take that as it is. As you guys journey back, things can be heard out in the forests. Definitely the unmistakable sound, Casper, of orc war horns in the far distance. The forest, drums in the deep dark of the woods. They're not near you, but they're there. The what?
In the opposite direction to that. Casper's not ready to face whatever that is just yet, so
Okay.
I'm focusing on Cormac. Oh, my Discord
My
is
Discord, yeah, my Discord's just blipped, but I can still hear you.
I have to
Yes,
say, if anyone's struggling a little bit, just before the break, I actually just closed my Discord without hanging up, and I'm watching it on Twitch, just muted, and it's way better, and it's not lagging half as much. Just if anyone is having mad problems.
Yeah, my Discord's just spinning now.
Yeah, mine's the same.
Yeah.
same.
But if you go on Twitch, you can see us. You can
Yeah.
actually.
Dave said his Discord's completely gone.
I saw a yellow.
Oh.
Just lost clock as well.
Maybe we're gonna lose each other one by one.
No clue.
Well, I know the stream could still hear me. We are having some technical difficulties. Discord has shit the bed, guys. Shit the bed. We can still see everybody because they don't use Discord for the cameras. But and you can hear me because my voice runs directly through OBS. But yeah, Discord has just crapped out. So I'm going to stick us on BRB and I'll be back as quickly as I can. Now, if you're watching this video in hindsight, and you know, keep an eye on. I will try and timestamp the video so that the BRB can happen. 1 second now. Yeah. Okay, so let me actually get my video capture device running. There we go. So unfortunately, Discord has completely and utterly shit the bed. Nothing we can do about it. So that means we're going to call the session here tonight. If you're watching this, do this to Discord. Fuck, I don't know what's going on with Discord. It's become increasingly unreliable, I find, over the last while. May have to look at something else. But yeah, anyway, GTA stream, not a hope. Not a goddamn hope. 21:14 started there. Well, I'll be here all day. No, I'm gonna call it there, guys. And so for those of you who don't know this, who watch this occasionally, I don't know who watches this. If anyone, we more just stream it. One of the reasons we stream it is to record it. But if you do watch this, I work full time and I have college and I've just finished my classes. I've just finished my classes yesterday for year 2, so I'm not back in college until September. So we will be doing a lot more of these sessions again, hopefully once a week like we used to do. So make sure you stick around to watch that. Yeah, B, you watch. B's our number 1 fan. Right, well, I'll see you guys later. Praise Nador. And yeah, the demon got us in the end. And see that there? Look at that. That just pops up right at the end. The message, Discord. Follow us on Discord. Fuck you, Discord. That's my message for tonight. Bye, guys.